Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
So that rules out all the girls. And well, technically that makes Byakuya back in suspicion and all those other boys.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Do you think that Chihiro was actually a guy? The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
And that explains why he avoided Sakura and Hina when they invited him to go exercise, because he couldn't go in to exercise with them except for the pool. And, well, the pool definitely...
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
Mm-hmm.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
And either whoever moved him got one of Junko or Sayaka's e-handbooks to open the door, or it just opened when the murder happened because Monokuma opened all the doors when we were investigating, so he could have done that. I can see him doing that to make things more interesting.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Again, why do I talk?
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yep.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Probably to hide the fact that he was a he. I mean, if you do that, that rules out all of the boys. And the murder has to be a boy. So you basically rule yourself out by moving the bodies.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
So you are admitting you messed with the crime scene there, Byakuya. You know, if this was actually outside, you would get arrested for interfering, you know that, right?
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
My headphones just did something weird, I don't know what. They now sound weird.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Yeah, he hasn't really proven his innocence. I mean, he just proved that he messed with the body. There we go.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
Ooh, let's leave him there and maybe he'll never bother us again.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No, I think he probably found Chihiro in the girls' locker room, decided to, let's make this more interesting or whatever, and decided to mess with the body. Because, he thinks this is all some stupid game. So, of course, he wants to make it more interesting. And he's been on this genocide Jack thing since it got brought up before. And him learning Toko's secret probably make things lots of interesting for His Majesty.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yep.
But
Which also makes it harder to find who the actual killer was.
I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Mm-hmm.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yup.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
I was gonna say obvious, but...
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
That's true. I mean, you could probably have found rope in the storeroom or something like that.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
Yeah, he would have already have known.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but... It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct, for the time being.
Mondo, you still have my full permission to punch him at least once. Just make sure you don't actually kill him, just punch him in the face. And also, maybe take off his glasses, because I don't think we can get replaces here, and I know how aggravating it can be to lose your glasses and can't get a replacement for a period of time.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Why? I mean, you probably went in there during the investigation, that's why I was open. But why did you go to the girls' locker room to begin with?
Are you fucking with us right now?
Mondo language.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Do realize, Byakuya, if none of us found this out and we all voted for Genocide Jack, you would have died too, right?
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
He wanted to make it more fun for himself.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, it's one of the guys. It wasn't Makoto.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
Although that'd be an interesting, like, how would they do that? Like, make the protagonist the killer? They'd have to, like, not show us something, but that would make us suspicious of ourselves.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Nope.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
It would be interesting, yeah.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
So that leaves... So if we're cutting out Byakuya and Makoto, Fumi, Taka, Mondo, and Hiro are our our four suspects.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Probably not.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Not with that hair.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer had to be the gang, so yeah, the killer has to be a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' hand, and since Leon's was broken, couldn't use that one. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer, yep, couldn't have used it. In other words, it has to be in a guy. But there's still not enough. I have to find more clues. Celestia's account. Oh yeah, Chihiro going late at night.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if
It
someone
happened
saw
at
the
2.
killer, they would have said something by now.
Yeah, it happened at 2 in the
Perhaps
morning.
someone saw the victim at some point.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
I'm thinking Heroes, but it could also be Hina's.
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get...
We're gonna do Heroes
Perhaps
first.
someone saw the victim at some... Yeah. All we need right...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the...
No, it's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
That is true, you really only told me.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
That it would be your fault.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Which means the murderer took it.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Why?
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
He was maybe meeting somebody?
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
I mean, you would have found out about him being a guy.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Okay, that kind of rules out Fumi and Hiro. No offense to either of them, but I don't think either of them could keep a secret to save their life.
What a marvelous friendship!
Wait, no, that leaves Takaramondo. No, I don't want either.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
I have 2 guesses and I don't want either of them to be it.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I mean, I have 2 guesses.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
What have you 2?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
I hate to agree with the vampire, but
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
yeah, we don't have that at our fingertips at the moment.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Also true.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
I mean, we didn't really check the incinerator, but I think Ifumi still has the key. So unless it really was Ifumi, which I doubt.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
I mean, it was blue.
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
Is there a... I mean, I know that blue is technically more vice for boys, so maybe that?
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Anyone else have a blue jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold a clue to who the killer is? Somehow it's really hard to believe. I'm with you, Mako. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So let's see if it's, okay, so we're probably going to have to memorize one of these.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Yep, the
He was
boys
on
locker
his
room.
way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have
Mondo.
a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Mondo,
I have
please
a white
no.
tracksuit personally.
Mondo.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Oh.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
It just did.
No way. Not a chance.
Oh. It
You heard him,
just
right?
did.
What he just said without even realizing it?
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Warehouse. More color.
First of all, we know
More
where
of
Chihiro was
someone
headed.
knowing something
He
they
was
really
on his way
shouldn't
to go
have.
exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I really want to be
got it.
wrong, but
He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
oh, wait, what? Hang on.
Shoot!
Oh, maybe I don't have to memorize something?
First of all, we know where
Chihiro, he was on his way, so next week, why did
Let's
he
try
choose the
this.
specific...
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it!
Shooting
It
it.
matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit?
Oh, Mondo
Yeah,
wants to be
wrong.
wrong. Oh no.
Hold on
Mondo.
a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Mondo, how did you know that?
Huh? What'd I say?
Said something you would have no realistic way of knowing.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Unless we could all see the image that just appeared on screen. But I don't think we can.
What are you... You just...
Oh.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Yep.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Yep.
Because I just...
Oh no.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Nope. The duffel bag and tracksuit were nowhere to be found.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Oh boy is right, Ray.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was
But then why would
is
he...
if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Why would he do it though?
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No. He stuffed it into the bag. He didn't want anyone to see that he was going to go exercise.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the jacket into his bag in a hurry. It was almost like he was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
I have a feeling Kirigiri led with that line of questioning, thinking that the killer would mess up.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Yup, that'll explain why I had no idea what was going on.
Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Right, really?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
Well, I want to know.
That's a good question.
Because the way he was acting, because the way, maybe the way he talked? I don't know. Apparently I was right!
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
And then what was that?
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
He does?
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Oh yeah, he does.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
He probably didn't even realize he was doing it. It's probably subconsciously.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Yeah.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Yeah, Mondo, why?
Mondo, was it really you?
Why?
Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Language.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh no, I don't think we're gonna have to deal with Mondo or deal with Taka too. Oh no.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Huh?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Hifumi know.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Oh yeah, I kind of tried to block out everything he says, so I kind of forgot.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Fumi, you're not allowed to say that you have evidence and then backtrack immediately. I don't care if you don't think it's that much, just tell us. We'll figure it out.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What? Is that a broken handbook?
What do you have there?
It's not late. Why is there another broken handbook?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Another broken Why? You found it on the ground? Well, it's not mine. I don't think it's Mondo's. So, Chihiro? He's the only one that's missing one.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it
Where'd
must
you
hold
find
some
it?
clue about the culprit, right?
Where did you find it, Hifumi?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Obviously, but where did you find it?
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Oh, that's true. So whoever killed Chihiro knew how to break the e-handbooks. They probably broke it, so I wouldn't know how they figured that out, but they probably broke it so that no one could see that it says that he's a guy.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
According to Monokuma, they're not.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Okay, how do you break it?
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall.
So Monokuma, if we promise not to break them, because, you know, it'd be kind of stupid to break them because we need them, how do you break them?
For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
That's how we would love to know, but only you know the answer. The handbook break. Hitting its weak point, exposing a bug. I'm not hacking it. I guess. What's the weak point?
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
Yep.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
Well, somebody, Leon and whoever the killer is, obviously figured out how.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma?
Huh? You're asking me?
Yes.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
We all cross our hearts and all that stuff. Promise. We're not gonna do it.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Exactly.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
If that was true, you would have let us out, like, days ago.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Oh. Yeah. There's the proof it's Mondo. Oh.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Why didn't you just tell us that?
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
Mondo, how did you survive? You were wearing all your clothes.
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Thank you. Teacher Monokuma.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Taka, I'm happy for you, but this really isn't the time.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna...
Which means, again, technically it's only down to 2 people, which is Taka and Mondo. But one of them decided to go in. Just one. Mondo decided to go in, wearing all his clothes.
Then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit
Wait a
somehow
minute.
knew its weakness.
Wouldn't that mean that Mondo's is broken too? But we only have... Wait, nope. I just figured it out. Leon couldn't have broken his because the bathhouse wasn't opened during the first couple days that he was alive. So that would mean that the broken handbook in the main hall is Mondo's and not Leon's.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Because he broke his!
What if they found out by accident?
Yup.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Maybe the guy crazy enough to go into a sauna fully closed.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
Yup.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Taka knows it too. Don't know who took their clothes into the sauna. Mondo, I don't want to do this. But...
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
And there's a easy way to figure it out if it's his or not, is if you turn it on.
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Taka, I don't want to, but at this point, he's the only one it could be.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Literally like 2 days ago.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Okay then, Taka, I don't... If you want proof, Mondo, please turn on your e-handbook. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, so broken handbook, Kira's handbook, card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Are you just forgetting the fact that he punched me? Sure that the handbook mana is actually Mondo's.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
you broke
Maybe.
your own. In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
Hey.
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Language.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
It can't be Leon's.
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Yup.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Yup, and there's an easy way to tell.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Nope.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong!
He can't, because he knows I'm right.
You are wrong! You have to be wrong!
Taka, I wish I was.
Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Comic book time?
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Comic book time! Alright. Alright, so... let's do the first one. And then... guess scanning? And then... entering? Or with... no, yeah, that would have to work. I met someone... this one? Maybe? No, because... okay, I'll figure out some other ones. So that's them. Taking... I think that's... is it taking down or putting... okay, that, yeah, this is taking down. then going to the girls. Byakuya finds the wire. Okay. And the raining blood. Then goes to the sauna. Then throws the handbook in there. So what's this one then? I only have not that. Maybe oh, maybe it's this one? I mean, blood spatter, so I'm thinking maybe? Well, let's
Here's
see.
exactly what happened.
See if I got it right.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
I think I should have swapped these two.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay. I was worried about that one.
Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Why though?
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course.
Okay, so they probably got Junko or
But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood. He left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No! This can't be right!
Sorry, it is.
Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer has already been revealed. It's revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will be clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battle. Sure. Let's talk about a bit about fever time and negative time. During bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, wherever you want to destroy your opponents. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. So make sure the best possible time to use it. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special times, right? So we've also prepared something called negative time that your opponent can use. If your opponent activates negative time during the battle, your tempo will disappear, making it quite a bit tough to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing like that would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent, it's not gentle, so. Well, good luck and have fun. Oh, it's against Taka instead of, aww.
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
I'm not good at rhythm games!
I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen!
Don't.
I refute you! False!
I don't. What?
Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt!
Okay.
Show me some evidence!
This should
Broken handbook! Did I get it right?
thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
Once we do that, we'll...
I'm not good at rhythm games.
We don't gotta do that.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Why? Oh. A, B, A. Hey, I only got one B. Money.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
I kind of want to know why, though, first.
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yep.
What?
It looks like you got it right. You got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada!
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. Taka. Oh wait, no, I can understand. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Inumashi. The words. You will need to be more careful.
What?
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Oh. Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. No.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men.
Ha!
Oh, before anyone who doesn't want to hear it, you can hit these. Monokuma, don't break the fourth wall! Anyways, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weaknesses. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness. To take on a feeble form as a petite young girl. He chose that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. And there we go. Pep up. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside himself and was not easily weeded out.
As it turned out, that shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. And weak.
Weak.
I want to give him a hug. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fate. Fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of all embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though you dress like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall apart. Without a doubt, those around him would torment him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I'll talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong. Then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger. Accept who I am. Strong enough that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the combat to begin exercising. He proceeded to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first. And then he asked them to help him from there. That person wanted to.
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yep, it was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep that secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strong men that Chihiro was always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me this courage. So he went and asked. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that just to cover up what he did?
Certainly.
It could have been a part of it. But I don't think it was the main reason.
The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made with Chihiro.
But
How does moving the body keep a secret?
Because
Because if anyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Hiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memory and secret exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone else to know, even if that meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the highest folly. Even if you cannot comprehend it, he obviously can, and that's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I just tell you? The embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did?
Oh.
He killed his own brother.
Oh.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother named Daily Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daily that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he admired him in everything he did, imitated him in everything. Mondo was the epiphany of starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Danny, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything had been peaches and gravy. But then Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday. His brother's greatness, his reputation, began to grain on Mondo's very soul.
The kid's gonna take over for Dai, huh? Dai created the gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can somebody like that really be our leader? That'll do make the gang look bad.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Dai. Just one time.
No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta get on top. And on the night of his
amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, oh, lying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I messed up. Sorry. Oh.
Oh. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dai never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and I put together. It's a promise between men.
Oh. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. No. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his older brother. Dai was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and that became the explanation of what happened. Mondo's lie became truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong. And yet...
As soon as the killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding lights on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would be ruined. Everything me and my brother worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it would all have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with a kind of fuzzy nauseousness. It just started swirling around. Never felt anything like that before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy nauseousness turned into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was all right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me all this all of a sudden?
Huh?
'Cause I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak, and I want to destroy that version of myself. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What? What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you messing with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to crack. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
Stronger than Dio. Oof. I didn't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid the weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. You shut your mouth.
Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another human being in cold blood. He could have cut free of his regret from the outside world. He didn't know what true strength is. Shut up. Do you see hope anywhere in here? 'Cause I sure don't.
You shut up. Go ahead and say that again. I dare you. Okay, someone needs to hold back Taka before he ends up dead too.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because it's time for punishing has fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturb the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Oh.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
I don't want to see this. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for punishment. All the sad dogs. That's right, all the sad puppies. Oh. Really, Monokuma? Really? Oh, it's a Myrtle Cycle cage. How is that gonna be the cage of death? Later, yup, exactly. And of course he jumped ship. What in the... What? What just happened? Huh? What? Did Monokuma just turn Mondo into butter? Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. How? What? Huh? It can't be. My brother. Another murder, another execution. That's what. Yeah, that's what it looks. How do you turn someone to butter? I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might go mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh, Taka. Taka's sad scream invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But of course, he had to. I really want to hit him. Really want to hit him. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya? Shut up.
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this is a game of life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response. Except that.
However.
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? He was bored. Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. Okay, Byakuya's not allowed to go on his own now because if he finds another dead body, he's gonna do something else. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. Chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule? He's been living in the library since it got open. I'm not surprised. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
That I don't particularly care. Please continue. When night grew late, I decided to return to my room, which meant I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room.
After he was gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What?
He knew it was Mondo the entire time, too. Urge to smack rising. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
You're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would it have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? Makoto hit him.
I see.
So, after hearing about Genocided Jack from Toko, you decide to use that to create a fake murder scene.
But
if we hadn't figured out who really did it, you would have died too, right? Well, obviously, I would have had revealed the truth before it reached up. Byakuya, we were all saying it was you. If I hadn't stepped in, and Kirigiri hadn't stepped in, do you really think any of them would have believed you saying, oh, I saw Mondo do it? Do you really think any of us would have believed you? We would have ended up dead because you wanted to make things more interesting. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked at me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for.
You mean little old me? Who you've been insulting for so long? Am I a threat to you, Byakuya?
Good. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Move on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
What's up? What? I'm next?
You performed an exuberant execution each time, correct? My question is why?
Do you like them?
No, I would like to know how you turned someone into butter. Actually, I don't think I actually want to know that. Never mind.
But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you.
What?
All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. Huh?
What?
You're over-exaggerating.
I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transfer all hope into despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Did we break him?
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Because it annoys you, obviously. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh,
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand.
That's not a good thing, Byakuya.
I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
Oh no.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you, but at least he has some kind of standards. Not very good ones, but they're still standards. Let me just say this. After I achieve complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you, kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
the name of the Tagami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
So cool! It's like you're the main character of a video game or something! No trash mod for you.
No, that would be me. I'm the main character. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper, temper! Sounds like someone needs a nap!
Monokuma's laugh pierced across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew it wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fears and despairs kept on multiplying. But was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppet in hell had more of a future for us. All our courage, all our affection, all our friendship, it felt like it amounted to all but nothing. It was the worst kind of despair. Oh.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match.
And who are you talking to there, Monaco?
But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Wait, what?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Wait, what?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay?
Is one of us working with the mastermind?
After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Is there a traitor? There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student Wait, what?
Ooh.
Wait, what?
My, you really took me by surprise there.
Hey, hang on, what?
I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Is there another student in here somewhere? Or the mastermind? I have so many questions. Boy's life of despair. End. We're down to 10. To be continued. Next time. Received Crazy Diamond present. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to tab out so we don't spoil anything for next time. It was a very depressing trial. Very sad. And very confused. And also wanting Teppanyaki. But that's where we're gonna end here for today. I hope everyone had a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you watch this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!